The Lonoke Jackrabbits here this afternoon in a pivotal 4A6 conference matchup between between the rivals, not the county rivals, but they're certainly the rivals in all sports across the board, sharing a conference, the 4A6. This is a big, big matchup here on this Tuesday afternoon between the Birds and the Bunnies. It's a big matchup in no small part because in the conference standings, Stuttgart and Lonoke are separated by just one game in the loss column. 4A6 conference standings coming into play on this Tuesday afternoon. The Rice Birds are in front. They're 4-0 in conference play. Southside Batesville and Lonoke right behind them at 3-1. Then you've got Wynn at 2-2. Truman and Forest City 0-4 each at the bottom of the conference. Lonoke's lone loss this season was a 15-3 loss to Wynn back in the opening conference game of the season. I believe it was actually back on April the 8th. And so Stuttgart and Lonoke just right, as expected, right in the middle of the conference standings, top of the conference standings. Stuttgart 4-0, but they have played the two teams at the bottom of the league, Truman and Forest City. They're a combined 0-8. So really the heart of the conference schedule for the Rice Birds coming up here in the next 3 weeks is they'll play Lonoke this afternoon, Lonoke again on Thursday. They travel to Lonoke. It's kind of an interesting twist here in the 4A6 conference, not double headers. They're actually playing each conference game home and away in the same week, so a Tuesday, Thursday, home and away. It's unique to this conference. Stuttgart will play Lonoke. They'll turn around, and they've got Southside and Wynn in the next 2 weeks. Then it's time for regional tournament baseball, the 4A2 regional. That's going to be right here in Stuttgart. Stuttgart's the host in the baseball and softball regional. Not really any question as to whether or not the Rice Birds are going to be there on the baseball side of things. At 4-0, they've already swept Truman and Forest City. They're going to be one of the top 4 teams unless something really surprising happens over the course of the next 3 weeks. So the Rice Birds will be in that regional tournament. The softball, not quite as certain about that. We'll talk about that as we move through the Blue Seal Petroleum pregame show here this afternoon. We're about 8 minutes away from first pitch between the two teams. Might even have certainly an on-time first pitch. Could be a little bit early as the two teams have already gone through pregame infield. The coaches have had their plate meeting with the umpires. And so we're not going to be late. I wouldn't expect this afternoon. We have a good chance to be right on time. I do think that we're going to have a national anthem here at about 4:55. So when we get around to that, we will throw a commercial break. We want to be respectful, of course, of the national anthem. As we've already told you, the Rice Birds come into this game 4-0 in conference play, coming off. Actually, they've hadn't lost a game since spring break. They have kind of been on a tear. They took care of business last week against Truman, a couple of big Mercy Rule victories in those matchups. Lonoke, on the other hand, a little bit of a step down this season compared to what they've done the last couple of years. They've kind of cycled down a little bit, as so often does happen. They're 8-10 overall, 3-1 in conference play. Those conference games, a 2-1 win over the Yellow Jackets of Wynn, a 15-3 loss to Wynn in the rubber match of that one. 13-0, 15-0, they knocked off Truman. So that's really the only common opponent for the two teams. Stuttgart and Lonoke pretty much handled Truman the same way. They Mercy Rule wins over the Wildcats there, as Truman is sitting at 0-5, fifth place in the 4A6 conference. So the Rice Birds and the Jackrabbits, it's an absolutely beautiful Tuesday afternoon here in Stuttgart. Quite literally, not a cloud in the sky, not a terrible breeze, maybe a little kind of a soft breeze blowing in from the north. So it's going to be a beautiful day for baseball. We're going to go ahead and take a commercial break as we're just about ready for the national anthem. When we come back, we'll have starting lineups for the two teams, the visitors from Lonoke, the home team from Stuttgart, and we will do all of that. Let's see. Let's take a 2-minute break. That should give us enough time to get through the national anthem, and then we'll have the starting lineups for the two teams as Stuttgart and Lonoke are coming out onto the field down the baseline for our national anthem. Back in 2 minutes, you're listening to Rice Bird Baseball on 105.5 The Duck.
At Blue Seal Petroleum, serving you is their privilege. Blue Seal extends a heartfelt thank you to their valued customers across Arkansas and surrounding counties. Your trust in Blue Seal for your fuel, tire, and service needs is truly appreciated. It's your loyalty that has fueled their commitment to excellence for over 80 years. From the entire team at Blue Seal Petroleum, thank you for choosing them. They're here for you always. When you need them, call Blue Seal in DeWitt at 870-946-2281. And for Stuttgart, call 870-673-3126. Jewelers.
Hi, this is Jennifer Smith from Wilkerson Jewelers. The real value in any jewelry is the sentimental connection that you have to the pieces you own. The beautiful earrings your grandparents gave you when you graduated. The amazing engagement ring your fiancé surprised you with. The watch your company presented you with when you retired from your job. For over 50 years, Wilkerson's has been part of those special moments. And we love that we get to be a small part of some of the most important experiences of your lives. No matter what your budget, come in to shop or check us out online at wilkersonjewelers.com. Easy financing and layaway are available. At Wilkerson Jewelers in beautiful downtown Stuttgart, we want to build memories with you.
Express Employment Professionals in Stuttgart has immediate openings for all job types and skill levels. Come in today to apply or go online to expresspros.com. Express is now hiring clerical, office administration, warehouse and production, equipment operators, CDL drivers, welders, machine operators, general labor, and all sorts of skilled trades. Even if you're just thinking about a new job, start your search with Express Employment Professionals at 1904 South Main in Stuttgart. Come in today or go online to expresspros.com.
At Ag Heritage Farm Credit Services, we've been a leader in ag lending for over 100 years. With our deep knowledge of the industry and multiple loan products to choose from, Ag Heritage Farm Credit Services can offer the most personalized service available. Whether you're in the market for real estate, equipment, or operating loan expenses, our trusted lenders are here to help you every step of the way. As a customer-owned financial institution, we understand that growing your business is truly our business. So why wait? Give one of our trusted lenders a call at 870-673-1558 today and take the next step toward a brighter future for your farm, ranch, or rural living needs.
All right, we're back, just about ready for first pitch. Stuttgart out in the field going through their pregame routine. We'll start very quickly to give you the starting lineup for the two teams. First, the visitors from Lonoke. Leading things off is your right fielder, number 5, J.T. Stewart. On the mound and batting second is the pitcher, Peyton Wallace. Ryder Engel catches and bats third. Caitlin Calhoun is in the cleanup spot playing first base. Lane Ox is the designated hitter hitting in the 5 spot. Darius Jeffries is your left fielder hitting 6th. Tyson Vance playing third base and batting 7th. Walker Smith at second base batting 8th. Tanner Starks is the center fielder. He's in the 9 spot. So for the Jackrabbits, Stewart, Wallace, Engel, Calhoun, Ox, Jeffries, Vance, Smith, and Starks. The battery behind the plate, a sophomore, number 10, Ryder Engel. And on the bump, a junior, number 1, Peyton Wallace. For the Ricebirds, the defensive alignment here this afternoon. Around the horn, starting at first base, Dagan Duncan is at first. Let's see here. Who is that second baseman? Knox Hillman is at second base. Keaton Byers plays shortstop. Bo Barnes is at third. Cameron Rogers is the left fielder. Austin Fontenot patrols center. And let's see, Caden Scaife is in right field. Behind the plate for the Ricebirds this afternoon is Hayden Prine. On the bump is the senior, J.D. Herzog. He gets the start here in this pivotal conference matchup on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon. And we are ready for the first pitch. That was the Blue Seal Petroleum pregame show. It's time for Ricebird baseball now. If you're listening to us on 105.5 The Duck, welcome. If you're watching us on the EAB Stuttgart YouTube channel, welcome to you as well. Leading things off for the Jackrabbits will be the right fielder, number 5, J.T. Stewart. He'll bat from the left side as Stuttgart will play pretty much straight away. Fontenot shading a bit toward right center field with the left-handed batter at the plate. Barnes is in on the grass at third. And the first pitch is a ball taken low. We have a 4:58 first pitch, 2 minutes early here this afternoon. Minor miracle on the Grand Prairie today. Herzog works exclusively from the stretch, comes set, the 1-0 is on the way, and it's hit to the shortstop. Byers on a hop. Ooh, it took a weird bounce. He tried to barehand it and could not make the play in time. That ball had some weird spin on it. It hit the dirt in front of Byers and kind of bounced to his right. He got a barehand on it to keep it in the infield, but Stewart easily able to reach first base with a leadoff single. We'll see if they call that an error. Or, yeah, they're going to say E6. And that brings the pitcher, Peyton Wallace, to the plate with nobody out and a man on first. First pitch he sees, Prine snap throws behind the runner at first. He's back in time, and Wallace takes the first one for a ball. Fontenot now moves just a tick toward left center field. Barnes is still in on the grass. Now he'll take a few steps back into the baseline. Duncan holds Stewart on at first. The pitch is driven in the air, center field. Fontenot ranges to his left, camps out underneath it. And he'll make the catch for the first out of the inning. And There's one gone. F8 on the putout of Wallace. Brings Ryder Engel to the plate. Engel, a catcher, the catcher on this Jackrabbit team. Also not a half-bad football player. He gave Stuttgart fits on the gridiron this past fall. Also as a freshman. He was pretty good as a freshman. They brought him up late in the season. Stewart takes his lead at first. Not a big lead. They're going to check on him. He's back in plenty of time. He could have almost just fallen down and gotten back to the bag. Kaylee Calhoun stands on deck as Engel digs in for the first offering from Herzog. That's a middle fastball, and JD's ahead. No balls and a strike. Pretty good crowd here this afternoon filling in. Got the lawn chair brigade down both sides. Pretty good group in the bleachers as that 0-1 pitch misses up and the count evens at 1 apiece. Hillman playing deep at second. He's got his heels on the grass dirt cutout. Byers shaded to double play depth up the middle. Here's the pitch to Engel. Catches the outer half, 1-2. Nice pitch from Herzog. He's ahead now on the Jackrabbit catcher. Stewart stands at first base, reached on an error to start the game. As Herzog comes set to deliver the 1-2. Swing, foul tip. Prine hangs on. That's going to be a strikeout of Engel. For the second out of the inning, that brings Calhoun to the plate. The Jackrabbit first baseman. He'll bat from the right side as Herzog tries to work around a leadoff base runner here in the top of the first. First pitch on the way to Calhoun. Curveball misses up. That one was kind of hanging. One-0 is popped. It's going to get foul down the third baseline into that no man's land territory. That one made it into the barren land between the baseball field and the football field. Up, Lonoke's boys basketball coach is here. Last time I saw him, he was getting a technical foul. 1-1 pitch from Herzog on the way, and it hits him. Herzog put it between the 1 and the 7 in the back of Calhoun, and there's runners at first and second, 2 out for the designated hitter, Lane Auks. So Stewart moves into scoring position. And Herzog will have to work around a little traffic on the base paths here at the top of the first. Pretty good lead out there for Stewart at second. Stuttgart holds him on in the middle. Now the pitch, curveball, misses up. Didn't miss by much, but it just a tick above the zone. Darius Jeffries is the batter on deck. He'll bat from the left side if he has the opportunity. Hopefully not. Well, hopefully we'll see him in the second. As Herzog comes set, has the baseball in the glove from the letters. And the 1-0 is on the way. Another curveball. That one caught the inner half, and it's 1-1. Fontenot playing a little bit deep in center, as is Rogers in left. Scaife, I'd say straight away in right, if not a touch deep with a right-handed batter. Here's the 1-1. Swinging, well, more of a check swing. Went around, and, boy, that delayed steal over there, and Stewart's going to go in without a throw. Just kind of a delayed steal, caught Stuttgart napping, and now there's runners at the corners with a 1-2 count on the batter, 2 gone. And we'll see if Lonoke starts the runner at first on this 1-2 pitch and how Stuttgart plays it. We're going to have time called as Prine is looking into the dugout to see how Stuttgart's going to handle this first and third situation. I bet with a 1-2 count, they go with the batter here. Not a big lead for Calhoun at all. As Herzog comes set, Runner's not going. Pitch is a called strike 3. Herzog gets out of the first inning trouble, and we go to the bottom of the first. No score. Lonoke leaves 2 on. Only an error and a hit by pitch. The damage done there in the first for the Jackrabbits. We'll be back in 90 seconds for the bottom of the first inning. You're listening to Ricebird Baseball on 105.5 The Duck. It's a part of the EAB Sports Radio Network.
Baptist Health Women's Clinic Stuttgart is committed to providing quality patient care through all stages of a woman's life. We understand that different health concerns come with each new phase of a woman's life, so we provide education services, trained staff, and a board-certified OBGYN to meet every female body need. From pregnancy and childbirth to osteoporosis and gynecological exams, Baptist Health delivers the care you need to pursue a lifetime of wellness. Learn more at BaptistHealthWomen.com. Baptist Health, for you, for life.
Do you know how much life insurance your partner has? What company is it with? Do you have life insurance? Is it through your employer only, or do you have a policy that you own? This is Holly Brothers, and as a life insurance agent, it is my responsibility to discuss the types of coverage available to you and put a plan in place for when your employer no longer provides coverage. Life insurance costs more as we age, so don't wait to apply. Let's lock in your rate today and save. Give Keith or myself a call at Connection Insurance 870-673-9249.
Tohatsu Outboard offers 4-stroke motors from 2.5 to 250 horsepower, and all with a 5-year warranty. Built with their one-of-a-kind direct injection technology, Tohatsu has revolutionized environmental performance, uncompromising their pursuit of durable and lightweight outboard motors. And with interest rates as low as 4.99% financing, now is the time to get a new Tohatsu motor from Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart. Call Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart or click on maxpw.com. Great service and competitive prices. Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart. The hunt begins here.
Are you tired of unreliable internet service? Do you constantly run over your data plan? Are you having trouble getting internet service where you live? With TechStream high-speed internet, you'll get consistent high speeds and low latency that doesn't stop at city limits. TechStream high-speed internet is perfect for homes, small and large businesses, farmers, and hunting clubs. You'll be able to stream, game, and surf with no interruptions. Servicing Arkansas, Lonoke, Prairie, Jefferson, and Lincoln counties. TechStream is your locally owned and operated high-speed internet solution. Call toll-free 866-268-0101 or visit techstream.net.
At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we understand the success of your business takes more than just hard work. It takes an experienced partner who's in your corner. With local lending experts who understand our communities and a dedicated business solutions team, we offer the personalized service and the financial tools needed to grow and streamline your business. Visit gofm.bank to learn more. Farmers and Merchants Bank, in your corner, in your community, helping your business succeed every step of the way. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Blue Seal Petroleum in DeWitt and Stuttgart has got your back with service trucks from both locations on standby to come to you in the field, at the mill, or on the road. For service, call Blue Seal Petroleum in DeWitt at 870-946-2281 or in Stuttgart at 870-673-3126. They're the truck tire repair near you, wherever your location. Hopefully it never happens, but if it does and you need a service truck, call Blue Seal Petroleum on South Whitehead Drive in DeWitt at 870-946-2281 or on South Park Avenue in Stuttgart at 870-673-3126.
6-7-8 in the lineup for Lonoke as we get started in the top of the second inning. I mistakenly said you're listening to Country 97.3 before that last break. That's wrong. You're listening to 105.5 The Duck. Bottom of the order for the Bunnies. Jeffries, Vance Smith. If anyone reaches, Tanner Starks will bat. Herzog on for his second inning of work. No changes defensively for the Rice Birds. As we get ready for the first pitch of the top of the second inning. Jeffries bats from the left side. As Herzog works from the stretch. That one misses outside, ball one. Herzog actually, I think, started 1-0 to every batter in the first. And he has continued that here in the second. Now that's a 1-1 as that fastball catches the heart of the plate. Field's really starting to look good. Grass is growing in nicely here. As the 1-1 delivery is upstairs for ball two. I don't know what what's the name of this field? I guess it has a name. We should call it Rice Bird Field. Two-one. Swing and a miss. He got a piece of it, but count goes to 2-2. Herzog would love to have a 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the order and bring number 9 man to the plate to start the third. That would be ideal. 2-2's on the way. That one is a called strike 3 as Jeffries can't get his bat off his shoulder, and that's the way we start the second inning. Tyson Vance, the third baseman, bats. Vance bats from the right side. Here's the first one to Vance. Outside. Just a bit outside. One 0 misses down, and it's 2-0. Catches the plate, and it's now 2 balls and 1 strike as Herzog works once again quickly from the stretch, has the sign come set. And the 2-1 delivery is swung on and missed. Strike 2. Off-speed stuff is giving Lonoke a little trouble here. Yeah, I just feel like I'm at a minor league park with all the cool sound effects we have going here. Here comes the 2-2 upstairs, full count. I love it. 3-2, fouled off. Man, he almost hit that off the knob of the bat. Man, if there was somebody going popcorn, peanuts, Cracker Jacks, I would take some Cracker Jacks right now. I'm a fan of Cracker Jacks. There's never a bad. We should. Coach Deaton, are you listening? Make it happen. Here's the 3-2 from Herzog. Put it in the dirt. That's going to be a one-out walk of the number 7 batter, Tyson Vance, bringing Walker Smith to the plate with 1 out and 1 on. Third base runner of the afternoon here for Lonoke. Vance gets his lead at first, held on by Dagan Duncan, and the pitch is fouled into the catcher's chest protector for strike 1. Walker Smith with some very, very pretty batting gloves. He has an oven mitt in his back pocket. He's got some turquoise. Is that turquoise? I'm going to call it turquoise. Turquoise and pink batting gloves. Clashes a little with the purple, but you know, I'm not the fashion police. Here's the 0-1 from Herzog. Outside, 1-1. Oh, they're going to snap throw. Nice pick by Duncan. That one probably would have allowed Vance to go first and third if Duncan doesn't dig it out. Vance is getting a decent secondary lead down there. He's got an average lead at first right now as the 1-1 delivery from Herzog is on the way. There goes the runner, swing and a miss. It's fouled off, and he's going to have to go back to first. I believe that was a hit and run, boys. One-two count, 1 out. Runner at first is the Jackrabbit right fielder. He's got a decent lead. Let's see if he starts the runner. He does not. Stays put, swing and a miss. 2 outs. Smith goes down swinging for the second out here in the second inning. So a couple of strikeouts. And that brings the number 9 batter, Tanner Starks, the center fielder, to the plate. Top of the order comes out on deck. And I would be a little surprised if Lonoke's too aggressive with the number 9 man at the plate, but we'll see. They try to manufacture something here with 2 outs. Duncan holds the runner as Vance gets maybe a tick bigger lead now. Got that oven mitt dangling off his left hand there. They're going to check on him. He's back in time, but it was closer than I thought it was going to be. Not the quickest tag I've ever seen. I thought he did too. He didn't use the oven mitt to go back in. He used the naked hand. That's dangerous. They're going to check on him again, back in time. He's doing it every time. The naked hand is going into the bag. The mitt's going over the bag. If you're going to have the tools, use them. At least use them appropriately. There's Coach Deaton. Talk to him about the Cracker Jack popcorn idea. We need somebody walking around popcorn, Cracker Jacks. Swing and a miss, and that is an 0-1 count on Starks. As Herzog tries to work around a little 2-out traffic here in the top of the second inning. Coach Deaton's like, I got you a refrigerator and Cokes. What more do you want, man? Yes, sir, absolutely. No, it's fine, Coach. I appreciate it. Here comes the 0-1. That's outside for a ball. If you wrote a script for a prettier day of baseball, I don't think this would be the one right here. Just a little soft breeze out of the north, no clouds, sun shining. 1-1 is on the way. Curveball. I thought he was going to call it a ball. I was going to say, woo, didn't miss by much. It didn't miss. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Starks. We'll see if Lonoke wants to start the runner 1-2, although with the number 9 batter at the plate, I bet they don't. I bet they would, at worst, like to have the top of the order leading off the third. Let's see what they do. Here's the 1-2. Runner does not go. Pitches upstairs. They're going to snap it down again, and once again, Duncan has to knock it down. Boy, 1-2 count. Don't give them anything. 2-2, number 9 batter. Don't throw it into right field. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top 2, Herzog Here's the pitch. He has a swing that he fouled off down the third base line. Just almost a defensive swing. I don't know if it wouldn't have hit him in the shin if he doesn't swing at it. I should also mention Starks is in the left-handed box. So 3 lefties in this Lonoke lineup. Here comes the 2-2. Driving to right, Scaife right at him. He didn't have to move, and that's going to do it for Lonoke here in the top of the second inning. No runs, no hits, 1 left on base. We go to the bottom of 2, no score. Back in 90 seconds, you're listening to Riceburg Baseball on 105.5 The Duck. It's part of the EAB Sports Radio Network.
Freemeyer's Best Brands Plus has been supporting Ricebirds athletics for 46 years in Stuttgart. We're honored to be a part of the Ricebird tradition. Freemeyer's has joined with some of the best brands in America, including Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Lazy Boy, and Sealy, to be able to supply our customers with the best values. Now Freemeyer's has gone a step further with guaranteed price matching. If you need home furnishings, make sure you check with Freemeyer's, 201 South Main in downtown Stuttgart. Best brands, best prices, best people.
Pearson Company in Stuttgart has been bringing you the best in pre-engineered steel buildings for many years. Offering the very latest in design engineering, your steel building is engineered and tailored to your exact specifications with the minimum amount of wasted space. Pearson Company specializes in complete turnkey projects. Pearson Company offers complete construction services from beginning to end. For your pre-engineered steel building needs, look to Pearson Company, 209 North Burkle in Stuttgart, where quality and construction go hand in hand.
No appointment? No problem. If you need medical care right away, visit Urgent Care of Stuttgart, where you can walk in without an appointment and get help without a long wait for a wide variety of illnesses and injuries, from stitches and broken bones to allergies and colds. Urgent Care of Stuttgart is conveniently located at 22nd and Park Avenue. Clinic hours are Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. For more, visit facebook.com/Urgent Care Stuttgart or call 870-672-0911. Urgent Care of Stuttgart at 22nd and Park Avenue. Get sick, get seen today.
Dagan Duncan leads things off for the Ricebirds here in the bottom of the second inning. 4, 5, and 6 in the Ricebird order. Duncan, Barnes, Fontenot. If anyone reaches, Cameron Rogers will come to the plate. Wallace is on for his second inning of work. He threw a perfect 1-2-3 bottom of the first. A couple of ground outs and a strikeout. Very efficient first inning for the Lonoke right-hander. And he'll have to work through the heart of the Ricebird order here in the second. See if Stuttgart can get their first base runner of the afternoon. Looking over in the softball field, let's see what's happening over there. Ricebirds lead it 2-1. Still batting in the bottom of the first. And the first pitch is outside for ball 1 to Duncan. Here's the 1-0. That one's outside, 2-0. That was a curveball that just kind of stayed. Didn't come up. He was trying to get it kind of in the back door. Couldn't do it. Here's the 2-0. Swinging a drive, right field, fly ball. That one's going to be, should be a can of corn. It is. And there he is. Well, that was a can of corn where he caught it or not. That's the one out as Duncan just got underneath that one. First out is an F9 put out of the Ricebird first baseman, as Bo Barnes will come to the plate. Barnes has, to my knowledge, still had the hardest hit of this particular field's short history. He hit a line drive that hit the bottom of that left field wall. I believe it was the game against maybe Woodlawn. I remember it being cold. So Barnes bats with 1 out and the base is empty, as Wallace continues to be very efficient on the bump this afternoon. First one's a curveball that catches the middle of the plate. I think that was a curveball. It's kind of hard to tell. Looked like it was spinning. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. If you are watching on the EAB Stuttgart YouTube channel, welcome. Andrew Skinner says thank you. 0-2 from Wallace. Curveball, swing and a miss, hit the dirt. They're going to have to throw down to first. They will. K2-3 on the put out of Barnes, and there's 2 gone here in the bottom of the second inning. Austin Fontenot bats now. A little extra energy from the public address announcer on that one. Not biased or anything, just because his last name's Fontenot. Here's the first one. That one just misses over the outer half. Fox kind of flinched a little behind the plate, didn't pull the trigger. 1-0 on the Ricebird center fielder. Curveball tapped right in front of the plate. Catcher comes out. Can he make the play? He does. 2-3 on the put out of Fontenot. And 1-2-3 go the Ricebirds in the second. No runs, no hits, no one left on base. No score as we head to the top of the third. Back in 90 seconds, you're listening to Ricebird Baseball on 105.5 The Duck, a part of the EAB Sports Radio Network.
This is Kim Buffet. When it comes to personalized shopping, our staff at Coker Hampton Drug Company and Gift Shop in downtown Stuttgart are your trusted tastemakers. With nearly 100 years in our charming downtown, our gift shop offers a unique shopping experience, including bridal and baby registries. Explore our curated selection of many popular and well-known brands and products, from apparel to gourmet food, jewelry, and more. Join us where thoughtful presents meet personalized service at Coker Hampton Drug Company and Gift Shop at 218 South Main in downtown Stuttgart.
Prairie Implement Company introduces Spartan Mowers, the strongest lineup in the mowing industry. With the SRT, RT, RZ, and KG series, they have the perfect mower to fit any yard, any size, anytime. From compact to commercial, 42 to 72-inch deck sizes with power all the way to 38.5 horses. You just won't find a better mower anywhere, period. Spartan Mowers are assembled in the USA, forged with a 7-gauge steel to bring you the strongest lineup in America. Check out the new Spartan Mowers at Prairie Implement Company in Stuttgart. Get yours today.
The baseball preseason may be over, but the HVAC preseason is just getting started. Now is the perfect time to sign up for an annual preventive service agreement from Durden's in Stuttgart. Regular system tune-ups can prevent future repairs, maintain your equipment's overall efficiency, and extend its life expectancy, saving you more money. We'll also take care of the scheduling each season, so you don't have to worry about it. It's win-win. Get started today at durdeninc.com or give us a call at 673-1356.
Durden's in Stuttgart. Guaranteed comfort since 1960.
Top of the order for Lonoke here in the top of the third inning. Stewart, Wallace, Ingle. Stewart reached on an E6 to start the game. He was stranded at second base. He bats from the left side as Herzog looks to work his third inning. No changes defensively for the Ricebirds. No score here from Ricebird Field, Stuttgart and Lonoke. These teams will meet up again at Lonoke on Thursday. As the first pitch is grounded to the right side. Second baseman Knox Hillman makes the play, throws Stewart out by a step. 4-3 on the putout. And that is how we begin the third. One pitch, one out. That is efficient baseball. That's how you get deep into an inning or into a game. Well, he doesn't have turquoise batting gloves, but those are, man, that's the kind of color you put on the end of a fishing line and catch a crappie. That is what is that, like hot pink? He's even got a really bright bat. I love it. Here's the first one. Check swing, pulls. They're going to, well, uh-oh, we messed up, umpires. They appealed it down to first base, but the home plate umpire never appealed it, and he said he didn't go, so that was incorrect. Doesn't matter. It's 1-0. Now it's 1-1 as that pitch catches the bottom of the zone. How many sound effects do you have down there, man? I love it. I love this. Man, I want some of those for football games. I don't know if that's the same thing. 1-2 now as that fastball catches the inner half, and Herzog's ahead. What kind of sound effects would you put in a football game? Yeah, bones crunching. Yeah, there you go. I'm going to do, WWE. I'm going to do some research on that. Herzog comes set for the 1-2 to Peyton Wallace, and it's outside. Wallace flied out to center field his first time up. He bats with one out and the base is empty. Ryder Engel on deck. Here is the 2-2. Curveball grounded to Byers at short. Plays it on the candy hop, throws across to Duncan, and that is the second out here in the third inning. 6-3 on the putout of Wallace. And Engel will bat with the bases empty and 2 outs now. Engel with a much more muted batting glove situation. Herzog, first one to Engel. Outside ball one. Good zone so far from David Fox. Been very consistent. Curveball fouled to the net. And it's 1-1. We should do an economic study on how many baseballs those nets save and how long they pay for themselves. Wouldn't really be an economic study, just be a little quick math, I guess, when you really think about it. Those baseballs are like $5.99, $6.99 a piece, or they used to be. Yeah, just tally mark. 1-1 to Engel from Herzog. Here it is. Curveball caught the top of the zone, 1-2. Engel didn't like that. I think he's wrong. I think he caught the top of the zone. He chokes up a little with the 2-strike count. As the 1-2's on the way, outside, 2-2. Herzog kind of overthrew that one a little bit. He tried to get a little extra on that one. Here's the 2-2. Curveball. Flared into shallow center field. Here comes Fontenot. Out goes Byers. What a play by Keaton Byers. Makes the basket catch in shallow left center field to make the third out here in the top of the third inning, and that's how Lonoke heads back to the dugout. No runs, no hits, no one left on base, no scores. We head to the bottom of the third back in 90 seconds. You're listening to Ricebird Baseball on 105.5 The Duck.
Renting equipment for your next project is easy when you call U.S. Irrigation Distributors in Stuttgart and DeWitt. Trenchers, log splitters, generators, and pump sets can all be rented from U.S. Irrigation, where you'll find the farmer's favorite lineup of equipment and supplies. Levee gates, steel, PVC, and polypipe. Supplies like drip oil, dance boots with chaps, the original muck boot, and Twisted X footwear. It's all at U.S. Irrigation Distributors, Highway 165 north of Stuttgart, or at 550 Highway 165 north in DeWitt.
Spring is right around the corner. Get your lawn and flower beds ready with House Nursery and Landscaping. Whether you need beds cleaned out, fresh mulch, new landscaping, or custom flower beds, Michael Lehman and his team have you covered. Upgrade with new metal trim, rich soil, and expert lawn treatments to keep your yard looking its best. Call Michael Lehman at 870-659-0662 or the House Nursery office at 870-830-0606. Schedule your spring makeover today. Located on Highway 79 toward Umphrey, because a beautiful yard starts here.
At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we understand the success of your business takes more than just hard work. It takes an experienced partner who's in your corner. With local lending experts who understand our communities and a dedicated business solutions team, we offer the personalized service and the financial tools needed to grow and streamline your business. Visit gofm.bank to learn more. Farmers and Merchants Bank, in your corner, in your community, helping your business succeed every step of the way. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We have a pitcher's duel brewing here in the at Ricebird Field. No score in the bottom of the third inning, and neither pitcher has really thrown any high leverage pitches in this one. Herzog had a little traffic in the first. Wallace has not allowed a base runner yet. You'll see 6, 7, and 8 in the Ricebird order. Excuse me, 7, 8, 9, I'm sorry. Rogers, Prine, and Hillman, then it's the top. And Stuttgart's just trying to crack the seal on a base runner here in the bottom of third. Engel's got I'm going to talk about it. He's got a perfect game going. I mean, we can break that up. No hitter so far for the Birds. Here's the first one to Cameron Rogers. And the lefty takes a fastball over the outer half for strike one. A lot of room in left center field. Shading him a little bit to the line, maybe. A lot of room in the alleys, period. Here's straight away in center. Here's the 0-1. That one caught the outer half. Same pitch, same result, 0-2. Wallace staying away from Rogers. We'll see. He's going to stay away again based on how the catcher's set up. Here it is, swinging a foul out of play. Nice two-strike approach there. He'll get another opportunity. Those last 3 pitches, the catcher was set up well off the plate. He was almost on the chalk. See where he sets up this time with an 0-2 delivery. They're going to go out there again. He's a little further in this time. Here it is, and that's a perfectly placed slider that goes into the back door, and that is the 3rd strike, first out of the inning. Can't throw it a whole lot better than what Wallace did right there. That is a heck of a pitch. Sometimes you just tip your cap, and that was a perfectly executed pitch. That brings Hayden Bryan to the plate. The Ricebird catcher bats with 1 out and the base is empty. Bottom of the 3rd, no score. That curveball just misses outside. Lonoke wanted that one, but I think that was a good call there. 2-1, Ricebirds in front. Bottom of the 2nd inning over in the softball field. The 1-0 is a fastball that catches the outer half for a strike, 1-1. One's on the way. Swinging a tip into the catcher's mitt, strike 2. One-two delivery, swinging a ground ball, shortstop. Hit slowly, shortstop charges, fields, throws, and that's the 2nd out. 6-3 on the put out of Prine. Knox Hillman, the last hope for the Birds here in the 3rd. Hillman, a freshman, the only freshman in the starting lineup this afternoon. Playing second base. First pitch to Hillman is on the way, and that is, that's the first one I'm going to disagree with. That was a breaking pitch that looked like it might have been a little off the plate, called strike. That pitch was up and in, and it's 1-1. 1-1, almost kind of brushed Hillman back off the plate just a little bit. He steps out of the box there to make Wallace a little uncomfortable out there. He is totally dictating everything on the mound right now. He is throwing, he's not quick pitching, but he is definitely not taking time between pitches. That one did hit him right on that left elbow. That, man, I heard the meat from up here. He's not rubbing it, though. Somebody taught that kid well. I'd be rubbing it. That looked like that hurt. So that is the first base runner of the afternoon. It is a HBP of the number 9 batter, Knox Hillman. And I bet Stuttgart is aggressive here. Top of the order up, 2 outs. Why not? Let's see. Stuttgart has been the running Ricebirds all season. Let's see if they are aggressive on the base paths here with a 2-out base runner. Hillman's got a little, he's fleet of foot. He's got a moderate lead at first. He's creeping out a little more. Here's the pitch. Runner stays. Swing and a miss. Scaife did not look particularly good on that pitch. So that HBP of Hillman breaks up the perfect game for Wallace. Still got the no-hitter going. They're going to check on Hillman. He's back in time. They'll quickly check on Hillman again as he was back. Not his best move at all. He was just let him know he knows he's there. Hillman's getting about the same size lead. He'll creep out a little bit more. Stays put. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And Scaife has not looked good on either one of those breaking pitches. He's down in the count 0-2. Got to expect another breaking ball to come up here 0-2. A really good pitch to run on here. We'll see. There he goes. Here's the pitch, and it's Hit in the air, shallow. Well, it's in the infield. Excuse me, the catcher comes out to make the catch. It would have been foul, but as it is, it's a pop-up to the catcher to end the third inning. Hillman was running, but he'll have to head into the dugout. No runs, no hits, one left on base. We go to the top of the fourth inning. Still no score. Back in 90 seconds. You're listening to Ricebird Baseball on 105.5 The Duck.
Like you, Stedman's Ace Hardware is passionate about their community. They support the Lions Club, Fight Like a Kid, and numerous other organizations, including youth, high school, and adult sports programs. Whether helping their neighbors or helping their customers, Stedman's Ace Hardware truly is the helpful place. Shop Weber Grills, Blackstone Griddles, Traeger pellet grills and pellets, and more, and get all the help you need at Stedman's Ace Hardware, 110 South College in downtown Stuttgart. Stedman's Ace Hardware, the helpful place.
At Southern Bancorp, we believe in a style of banking that's more than one size fits all. We think it should be personalized to your needs, no matter your zip code or financial position. Whether you need help with credit building or saving, small business support or home ownership, flexible lending, or even free tax prep, there's a path to opportunity for everyone at Southern Bancorp. We believe in your future, and we want to help you get there. Visit banksouthern.com today. Southern Bancorp, wealth builders for everyone. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Express Employment Professionals in Stuttgart has immediate openings for all job types and skill levels. Come today to apply or go online to expresspros.com. Express is now hiring clerical, office administration, warehouse and production, equipment operators, CDL drivers, welders, machine operators, general labor, and all sorts of skilled trades. Even if you're just thinking about a new job, start your search with Express Employment Professionals at 1904 South Main in Stuttgart. Come in today or go online to expresspros.com.
If you like good pitching and defense, you love this game. No score, top 4, 4, 5, and 6 in the Lonoke lineup. Calhoun, Ox, and Jeffries. Herzog on the bump for his fourth inning of work. First pitch from him is a ball down. Vance bats if anyone reaches. Let's see, what did Calhoun do last time? I can't read my writing. I think that's an H. He got hit by a pitch. That's what happened. He fouls that one off, 1-1. It was exactly between the 1 and 7. You're exactly right. In fact, it might have been at the top of the 7, like possibly. 1-1 count on 1-7. Fastball misses down, 2-1. Rogers is playing really close to the left field line. There is a ton of space in left center. I think he's really close to the line. He's in more what you might call a no doubles late inning defense. Here's the 2-1. And he hits it right at Rogers. They had him placed right. It's just on the ground, and that's going to be a leadoff single. First hit of the game given up by Herzog is a leadoff single in the top of the fourth inning to Kalen Calhoun. Not the first leadoff base runner of the day, but the first leadoff single hit, period. Lane Ox bats. He struck out to end the first. He bats with no one out and a man at first base. First pitch he sees, he is way late on that fastball, and it's 0-1. Here's the one strike from Herzog. They're going to check on the runner. Lonoke's third base coach is saying, hey, get a bigger lead. He could just almost take a giant step back. Now he's out there a little further, but not too much further. Now he goes, though, and the ball's fouled off behind home plate. A little surprised. That was a baby lead. Apparently these two dudes know each other. They were racing out there to get that foul ball. Who was that? That was Sims. Two-strike count on the batter. Strikeout here would go down nice and smooth for Herzog. Bigger lead at first. He stays put. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Do it again. That one might hit a car. Hopefully not. Hopefully not my car. Although if it did, it wouldn't be the end of the world. Somebody got a souvenir. Man at first is Calhoun. Man at the plate is Ox. There's a 2-strike count on the batter. Nobody out. Top 4, no score. Lonoke, Stuttgart. There goes the runner. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. It's going to stay in play, but it's going to hit in the cavernous foul territory here at Wrightsburg Field. You got to have a cutoff man to go from the fence to the first base line. You get your steps in. Chasing foul balls here, you're going to get your steps in. Fourth 0-2 delivery. Runner stays. That pitch is fouled off out of play. Nice battle going here between Herzog and Ox. I believe this is the 6th or 7th. 7th pitch of the at-bat. Calhoun has a moderate lead at first. There he goes. Pitch, fouled off, do it again. That young man ran 100 yards back and forth. Lono's kind of doing a St. Louis thing with their helmets, their hats. I don't know if y'all noticed that. The L High School, LHS. It's kind of got that STL thing. I do not approve. Yep, home plate umpire had to get more baseballs. This battle between Herzog and Ox is costing Stuttgart some money. There goes the runner, 0-2. Strike 3 called, throw down is way offline into center field, but Calhoun says, you know what, fellas? I have already ran 123 yards here. I'm staying put. He did not even think about going to third. His head coach is going, what are we doing? He says, sir, I'm out of breath. So called strike 3 for the first out of the inning of Ox. Maybe a little bit of a break there, as that one looked like it might have been a tick outside. But we'll take it. Darius Jeffries bats with a man in scoring position. As that throw from Prine was way on the first base side of second. As I said, it went into the outfield. So Calhoun taking a baby lead out there at second base. They're going to bring the infield in. The pitch is a called strike. Say they're bringing the infield in. They have Byers in tight. He's almost like they're trying to put on a play in the middle as to who's going to be covering behind Calhoun. Now Byers backs up into a regular position. Now they're bouncing back and forth. Pitch is fouled off right at the Lonoke coach, and he got out of the way. So 2 strikes on Jeffries. Calhoun stands at second. He has the lone hit of the afternoon for either team. A lot of zeros on the board right now. A lot of room in the 3.5 hole. Here's the 0-2 foul ball. They're working Herzog's pitch count up a little. Tyson Vance on deck. As the 0-2 pitch from Herzog. He gives the look to Calhoun. Here's the pitch. It is a swing and a miss on a high fastball and a couple of strikeouts. Has the Ricebirds an out away from getting out of the 4th inning. Jeffries not happy with himself. He kind of slammed his bat to the ground. As Tyson Vance will step to the plate. Vance walked and was stranded at first in the 2nd. Base hit could give Lonoke the lead here. I bet the Jackrabbits are very aggressive right here. Here is the pitch to Vance. Curveball up. You know, I said it was a curveball. I don't know that it was. Looked like it had some spin on it, but I don't know. I don't think Coach Brown's happy with the way the middle infield's holding Calhoun on. Leaving a lot of real estate for a C&I single. That's a nice curved ball. Swing and a miss, 1-1. That's what he wanted to do on that first pitch. Here's the 1-1. Another curved ball, another swing and a miss. It's 1-2. We'll see if Herzog wants to go back to back to back with the breaking stuff or if he's going to try to bust him in with a fastball. With a 1-2 count, you can be very, very careful here. Check of the runner. Here's the pitch. Fastball didn't just miss up and in. Not a bad spot. 2-2. Here's the 2-2 from Mr. Herzog. There's the curveball, hit in the air, center field. Fontenot comes on. Can he make the play? No, it falls in front of him. That's going to be the first run of the game as Calhoun comes in. Throw is to the pitcher. It's cut off, down to second. Runner tries to advance from first to second, and let's see, they say he got in under the tag. So Calhoun scores on the RBI single from Vance to give Lonoke a 1-0 lead here in the fourth. And then good base running. He advanced into scoring position. I don't know if he got under the tag or maybe they might have dropped the baseball. I'm not 100% sure. They drop it? Okay. It did look like the throw beat him, but he dropped it on the tag. So Lonoke has a man in scoring position for the second baseman, Walker Smith, who swings and misses at the first pitch. So Lonoke strikes first. They lead it 1-0 here in the top of the fourth inning. That leadoff single eventually came around to score, sandwiched around some strikeouts. One is fouled off to the backstop. 0-2. So Herzog once ahead, and once again is ahead. As Vance has a decent lead at second. Here's the pitch in the dirt. Nice job by Prine to keep it in front. That was kind of a 58-footer. Spiked it. Fly ball right field. Scaife comes in. Should be underneath it. He is. Makes the catch, and that's third out here in the fourth inning, but Lonoke does get one across. They lead it 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Stuttgart will send up, let's see, 2-3-4 in the fourth. We'll be back in 60 seconds this time. Back in 1 minute. You're listening to Ricebird Baseball on 105.5 The Duck.
Tohatsu Outboard offers 4-stroke motors from 2.5 to 250 horsepower, and all with a 5-year warranty. Built with their one-of-a-kind direct injection technology, Tohatsu has revolutionized environmental performance, uncompromising their pursuit of durable and lightweight outboard motors. And with interest rates as low as 4.99% financing, now is the time to get a new Tohatsu motor from Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart. Call Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart or click on maxbw.com. Great service and competitive prices. Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart. The hunt begins here.
Make a difference, one stitch at a time. Join the French team for the Grand Prairie Quilts of Valor Workday on April 30th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Volunteer to help create meaningful quilts for deserving active duty military and veterans. Drop in any time. No reservation needed. The French team is at 2015 South Burkle in Stuttgart. Call 870-673-8156 or visit FrenchTeam.com. Follow the French team on Facebook for more.
Stuttgart's 2-3-4 in the batting order, trying to figure out Peyton Wallace. The Lonoke right-hander has pretty much been in total control of the Ricebirds this afternoon. One base runner was a 2-out hit by pitch in the third, and that's been it. Stuttgart has yet to record a hit. But this is the second time through the lineup for Stuttgart. Keaton Byers leads it off. J.D. Herzog, Dagan, Duncan. Bo Barnes bats if anyone reaches. Byers struck out for the second out of the first inning. And he'll bat to lead things off here in the bottom of the fourth. 1 run on 2 hits, the line for Lonoke. Stuttgart has yet to put one across on the run or hit column. They do have an error. As the first pitch to Byers is on the way, and he hits one little Texas leaguer center field. Center fielder comes in, makes the catch, 1 pitch, 1 out. F8 on the put out of Byers. J.D. Herzog bats. He grounded out to the second baseman in the first inning. As Wallace has just not had many stressful pitches at all. Certainly not a stressful inning. He has just been walking the dog out there. First pitch to Herzog. Curveball that Herzog hits in the air. Center fielder's going to have another shot at it. He ranges to his right. Camp sat underneath it, makes the catch. 2 outs. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Kind of that moment you call an offensive timeout just to slow him down a little bit. Dagan Duncan will bat with 2 outs and the bases empty. Be nice if we could find a gap somewhere to get in scoring position. Duncan flied out to right field in the second. First pitch he sees is a strike. Backdoor curveball. Oh, 1 misses outside, and it's 1-1. One is up. 2-1. Those pitches didn't miss by much, but they were a tick out of the zone. Bo Barnes stands in the on-deck circle. He will bat if Duncan can extend the inning. Here's the 2-1. Inside, ball 3. So Duncan has worked into a hitter's friendly count. 3 balls and a strike. Wallace will take an extra moment off the mound. He steps off, takes his hat off, licks his fingers. Now he's back on the dirt. And he's ready with 3-1 delivery. Working from the windup. Swing and a miss as that one came in on Duncan, and he took a mighty cut, but he came up empty. 3-2 now. That was a good 3-1 cut. They're going to go outside now. 3-2 from Wallace on the way to Duncan. And he will go down on the strikes. So 1-2-3 go the Ricebirds in the 4th inning. Stuttgart has yet to figure out this Lonoke right-hander. No runs, no hits, no one left on base. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Lonoke leads it 1-0. Back in 90 seconds. You're listening to Ricebird Baseball on 105.5 The Duck.
Did you know that since 1907, Lane has been providing water services to cities, industries, and farmers, not just in the Grand Prairie area, but all across the state. Lane provides pump sales and installation, constructs and designs water wells, and installs underground pipes. Lane also has an in-house machine shop, which is prepared to service and repair all brands and sizes of pumps, gear drives, and motors, along with the complete parts department open to the public. For all your water needs, contact Lane first at 2015 South Main in Stuttgart, or call 870-673-1591.
This is Kim Buffet. When it comes to personalized shopping, our staff at Coker Hampton Drug Company and Gift Shop in downtown Stuttgart are your trusted tastemakers. With nearly 100 years in our charming downtown, our gift shop offers a unique shopping experience, including bridal and baby registries. Explore our curated selection of many popular and well-known brands and products, from apparel to gourmet food, jewelry, and more. Join us where thoughtful presents meet personalized service at Coker Hampton Drug Company and Gift Shop at 218 South Main in downtown Stuttgart.
No appointment? No problem. If you need medical care right away, visit Urgent Care of Stuttgart, where you can walk in without an appointment and get help without a long wait for a wide variety of illnesses and injuries, from stitches and broken bones to allergies and colds. Urgent Care of Stuttgart is conveniently located at 22nd and Park Avenue. Clinic hours are Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. For more, visit facebook.com/Urgent Care Stuttgart or call 870-672-0911. Urgent Care of Stuttgart at 22nd and Park Avenue. Get sick, get seen today.
J.D. Herzog is on for his 5th inning of work. He is trailing 1-0 as Lonoke did push one across in the 4th. But Herzog's thrown a very, very good game so far. It's just that Wallace has been a little bit better. Let's see. Lonoke is going to send up 9-1-2 in the lineup. Tanner Starks, J.T. Stewart, Peyton Wallace. This will be the 3rd time through for Lonoke here this afternoon. Starks flied out to right field in the 2nd inning. He bats to lead things off here in the top of the 5th. The first pitch that he sees from Herzog squares to bunt, pulls it back, takes a strike. 2-1 in the softball game. Stuttgart still leads. Are we in the 4th, top of the 4th, I believe? Top of the 4th inning. Stuttgart softball leads Lonoke 2-1. Lonoke undefeated in conference play, 4-0. So this would be a big win for Stuttgart if they could hang on. Ooh, 0-1. Very generous strike over the inner half. And it's a 2-strike count. Two-strike delivery on the way. And that was a better pitch than the one that he just called a strike. Called it a ball, and we're going to call it a makeup call. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hey, everybody gets 1 or 2 of those. Everybody gets a mulligan. I like to take multiple mulligans. I'm a fan of mulligans and gimmies. Here's the 1-2, swinging a foul ball to the backstop. Actually, it's going to get out of the park. That one is going over into, that one might have gotten close to the softball field. One strike, or excuse me, 1-2 delivery on the way. Swing and a miss, and that's the first out of the inning. Starks goes down swinging for the first out. Nice way to start the 5th inning for Herzog. That brings the top of the order and J.T. Stewart to the plate. We will see how much runway Coach Brown gives his right-handed starter with the 3rd time through the Jackrabbit lineup. Stewart reached on an error in the 1st. He grounded out to the second baseman in the 3rd. All against Herzog. He bats with 1 out and the base is empty in the 5th. First pitch to him. Outside corner, strike 1. Herzog working pretty quick out there in the 5th. Middle innings. Trailing 1-0. Lonoke with that 1 run in the 4th. Foul ball. That's going to get into... No, it's not. It's going to stay in the field of play, but it's going to hit up against the fence. So 1-1 count now on the batter. Stewart is the Lonoke right fielder. Bats from the left side. Pitcher Peyton Wallace is on deck. 0-2. I said 1-1 a moment ago. It's 0-2. Foul ball right side. Barnes gives it a look. He overran it. He overran it. That would have been the 2nd out. But it kind of, off that left-handed bat, had that spin that was bringing it back into the field of play a little bit. He just overran it. It happens. Another 2-strike delivery upcoming from Herzog as he works primarily or completely from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That's a ball down, and it's 1-2. Herzog thought he had picked up another strikeout on that one. Stuttgart a little bit more shallow in the outfield here in the 5th inning. Rogers a few steps in, as is Hafantno. Scaife a little bit deep and right with the left-handed batter at the plate. Here's the 1-2, swinging a pop-up on the infield. Who's going to call who off? Duncan will make the play in second base range territories. Knox goes over to cover first. Doesn't matter. There's 2 gone here in the 5th. And that brings Peyton Wallace, the pitcher, to the plate. He bats with the bases empty and 2 outs. Wallace has done his damage on the mound today. He's flied out to center field, grounded out to the shortstop. 0 for 2 against Herzog. Bats from the right side. First pitch to him is a swing and a miss for strike 1. So Herzog showing no signs of fatigue here in the middle innings. He probably looks as strong as he's looked all day. One strike delivery. Out of play, strike 2. 2 strikes, 2 outs. Base is empty. Herzog versus Wallace. Pitcher on pitcher crime. Here's the pitch outside, 1-2. One-two pitch to Wallace. They're going to go inside on him. Here it is. He hit his spot, and that's a strike 3 called. Prine didn't have to move his glove. 3 up, 3 down. Lonoke goes quietly in the 5th. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Stuttgart trails the Jackrabbits 1-0 back in 90 seconds. You're listening to Ricebird Baseball on 105.5 The Duck. It's a part of the EAB Sports Radio Network.
Hi, this is Jennifer Smith from Wilkerson Jewelers. The real value in any jewelry is the sentimental connection that you have to the pieces you own. The beautiful earrings your grandparents gave you when you graduated. The amazing engagement ring your fiance surprised you with. The watch your company presented you with when you retired from your job. For over 50 years, Wilkerson's has been a part of those special moments. And we love that we get to be a small part of some of the most important experiences of your lives. No matter what your budget, come in to shop or check us out online at wilkersonjewelers.com. Easy financing and layaway are available. At Wilkerson Jewelers in beautiful downtown Stuttgart, we want to build memories with you.
Express Employment Professionals in Stuttgart has immediate openings for all job types and skill levels. Come in today to apply or go online to expresspros.com. Express is now hiring clerical, office and administration, warehouse and production, equipment operators, CDL drivers, welders, machine operators, general labor, and all sorts of skilled trades. Even if you're just thinking about a new job, start your search with Express Employment Professionals at 1904 South Main in Stuttgart. Come in today or go online to expresspros.com.
At Ag Heritage Farm Credit Services, we've been a leader in ag lending for over 100 years. With our deep knowledge of the industry and multiple loan products to choose from, Ag Heritage Farm Credit Services can offer the most personalized service available. Whether you're in the market for real estate, equipment, or operating loan expenses, our trusted lenders are here to help you every step of the way. As a customer-owned financial institution, we understand that growing your business is truly our business. So why wait? Give one of our trusted lenders a call at 870-673-1558 today and take the next step toward a brighter future for your farm, ranch, or rural living needs.
Stuttgart softball is trailing 6-2. Lonoke still bats in the top of the 4th inning. They've pushed 5 across in the 5th. Here on the baseball side of things, the Jackrabbits lead it 1-0. And it has been Peyton Wallace who has just been absolutely incredible this afternoon. He has not allowed a hit yet to the Ricebirds. The only blemish, an HBP in the 3rd inning, He'll face 5, 6, and 7 in Stuttgart's lineup. Bo Barnes, Austin Fontenot, Cameron Rogers, Hayden Prine will bat if anyone can reach. Running out of outs here. 9 to go. Got to find a way to push one across. 2 to win. No changes defensively for the Bunnies. As Wallace is on the bump for his 5th inning of work. First pitch on the way to Bo Barnes. Curveball catches the outer. No, they're going to say it's outside for ball 1. I'm sorry. Second at bat for Barnes this afternoon. He struck out for the second out of the 2nd inning. 0-1 catches the plate. 1-1 now. One pitch. Wallace from the windup. Here it comes. Driven in the air, left center field. That's going to get down for the first hit of the afternoon, and it's going to get past the left fielder. Barnes is going to round first. He's going to cruise into second. They're going to stop him there, and that's going to be a leadoff single, E7 for the advance to second. And the Ricebirds have their first hit of the day and their first base runner in scoring position. Barnes kind of hit it off the end of the bat, had a little cue shot, hit the ground, and just squirted past the left fielder. And Barnes stands at second base with a leadoff single, E7. And Austin Fontenot with a base hit could tie the score. Fontenot grounded out. Well, he just tapped it in front of the plate for the 3rd out of the 2nd inning. 2-3 on the put out of Fontenot. He bats now from the left side. They're going to bring the corners in. Let's see if Fontenot shows a bunt with a runner at second, nobody out, or if Coach Brown lets him swing the bat. Wallace working from the stretch for one of the few times this afternoon. Comes set, checks on the runner. Here's the pitch. Fontenot shows bunt momentarily, pulls it back, takes the ball over the outer half. It was a late show. Didn't really look like a sacrifice bunt as much as it did more of a bunt for a hit. Third baseman is playing having to play back, of course, with the play at third. Fontenot left-handed up there. If he could bunt it down that third base line, he might be able to squeeze a hit out of this thing. Here's the 1-0. Fontenot shows bunt and just kind of missed it. They're going to throw behind the runner, and Barnes is out by 3 feet. Barnes gets caught way off the base on the secondary lead, and the Lonoke catcher, Ryder Engel, throws a dot to the shortstop, and they had Barnes out by about 3 feet. So base running error cost the Ricebirds an opportunity there. So Barnes goes down on a 2-6. And it's a 1-1 count on Fontenot, so he'll be swinging the bat here. Takes one inside, almost hit him. Here's the 2-2-1. Caught the outer half, 2-2. Wallace back in the groove now. He's working quickly. 2-2 on the way. Outside, 3-2. Nice take there. That one was up and out. And Fontenot's worked the count full. One out, base is empty. Birds trail 1-0, bottom of the 5th inning. 3-2 on the way, swing and a miss, and that's the second out here in the 5th. Brings Cameron Rogers to the plate. Rogers struck out looking in the 3rd. He bats with the base is empty here, trying to get a little 2-out action going. Hayden Prine in the on-deck circle, knocks Hillman in the hole. So Stuttgart just trying to get something going here. First pitch that Rogers sees, he swings, flies it in the air to center, and that'll be the 3rd out. F8 on the put out of Rogers, and Wallace continues to cruise here, leading it 1-0. We'll be back for the top of the 6th inning in 90 seconds. You're listening to Ricebird Baseball on 105.5 The Duck.
Baptist Health Women's Clinic Stuttgart is committed to providing quality patient care through all stages of a woman's life. We understand that different health concerns come with each new phase of a woman's life, so we provide education services, trained staff, and a board-certified OBGYN to meet every female body need. From pregnancy and childbirth to osteoporosis and gynecological exams, Baptist Health delivers the care you need to pursue a lifetime of wellness. Learn more at BaptistHealthWomen.com. Baptist Health, for you, for life.
Do you know how much life insurance your partner has? What company is it with? Do you have life insurance? Is it through your employer only, or do you have a policy that you own? This is Holly Brothers, and as a life insurance agent, it is my responsibility to discuss the types of coverage available to you and put a plan in place for when your employer no longer provides coverage. Life insurance costs more as we age, so don't wait to apply. Let's lock in your rate today and save. Give Keith or myself a call at Connection Insurance 870-673-9249.
Tohatsu Outboard offers 4-stroke motors from 2.5 to 250 horsepower, and all with a 5-year warranty. Built with their one-of-a-kind direct injection technology, Tohatsu has revolutionized environmental performance, uncompromising their pursuit of durable and lightweight outboard motors. And with interest rates as low as 4.99% financing, now is the time to get a new Tohatsu motor from Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart. Call Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart or click on maxbw.com. Great service and competitive prices. Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart. The hunt begins here.
J.D. Herzog back on the mound for his 6th inning of work. He has been very good this afternoon. It's just that his counterpart, Wallace, has been a little bit better. Lonoke leads at 1-0. They've out-hit the Ricebirds 2-1. A couple of errors each for both teams, or one error each, I should say, for both teams. But Stuttgart's made the base running error. A leadoff single that was stretched into a double with an E7 got erased on a 2-6 caught. Well, really wasn't caught stealing, kind of caught napping as Bo Barnes had the secondary lead a little too far. Engel with a BB to second to throw him out, and the Ricebirds lost their best scoring opportunity of the afternoon. Herzog will have to work through, let's see, let me get my board here. He's going to have to work through 3, 4, 5. As so often happens, Engel, who made that play in the 5th, leads things off in the 6th. Well, you see that a lot. First pitch that he sees, he fouls off into the parking lot for strike 1. Engel has struck out and popped up to shortstop so far this afternoon. Kalen Calhoun on deck. He has one of the 2 hits today for Lonoke. 0-1 is inside for ball 1. Almost hit Engel. No changes defensively for Stuttgart, as they play Engel slightly to pull. 1-1 is on the way, outside 2-1. See if we can check on that softball score. See if the Ricebirds got out of the inning. They have not. It is not going well. 8 runs scored by Lonoke in the 4th. They lead at 9-2. Here's the 2-1. Curveball in the dirt, and that hit the home plate umpire in the left shoulder. That might have stung a little bit. 3 balls and a strike now. So Herzog in danger of a leadoff walk of Engel. He has to come with a strike here. 3-1 count. Engel will be very selective up there. And he walks. So Engel heads down to first base with a leadoff walk. No action in the Ricebird bullpen, so either that means they're going to go the long haul with Herzog, or the next man up is in the field right now. Courtesy runner for Engel. He'll head out of the game, and it looks like number 8 for the Bunnies will be the courtesy runner. Let me see if I can find who number 8 is. Colin Gatter, the courtesy runner. I find the courtesy runner very interesting in this situation. I mean, Engel's one of your best players. I know he's your catcher, and you want to, man, you don't have to courtesy run. A game like this, I don't know. First pitch is popped up. That's going to stay on the infield. Byers calls everyone off, makes the catch. That was big pitch there. Calhoun goes down first pitch. 1 out now. Base runner has to stay at first, so 1 gone. Lane Ox, the batter, the designated hitter. He struck out twice. He don't want the collar today. Baby lead for Gatter at first. Duncan holds him on. There he goes. Swing and a miss. Throw down from Prine is in time. Scooped by Byers. Tag applied. 2 outs. Prine with a 1-hopper. Byers stayed in there, dug it out of the dirt, put the tag on the base runner, and there's 2 gone, and the bases are empty here in the top of the 6th inning. Nice defense there by the Ricebirds. Little surprising that Lonoke started the runner there with the middle of the order, especially considering that Gatter did not have a very big lead over there. First pitch was a strike. Second pitch is a strike, and Herzog is way ahead 0-2. A little bit of pep in the step of the Ricebirds now. That play kind of has Herzog jacked a little bit. Let's see what he comes with. Way ahead on the designated hitter, Ox. 0-2, comes set from the belt. Here's the pitch, swing and a foul. And Brylan Hogan is on a 4-4 sprint to get that foul ball. We got a game going on here between Lonoke and Stuttgart. Who can get the majority of the foul balls to the backstop? So far, we're winning that. Here's the 2-strike to Ox. Swinging a foul. Who's going to up that? Nobody's getting that one. It's going into the parking lot. Still an 0-2 count. 2 outs. Top 6. Lonoke leads 1-0. Ox at the plate. Herzog on the bump. Comes set. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 called. Ox doesn't believe it, and I don't know what he was looking at. That pitch was right over the heart of the plate, and that'll do it for Lonoke here in the 6th. Stuttgart trails 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Ricebirds will send up 8-9-1. Prine, Hillman, and Scaife. 6 outs to score 2 runs. Ricebirds have to get moving to see if they can get a little bit back from Wallace, who has been masterful on the bump. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to Ricebird Baseball on 105.5 The Duck.
Are you tired of unreliable internet service? Do you constantly run over your data plan? Are you having trouble getting internet service where you live? With TextStream high-speed internet, you'll get consistent high speeds and low latency that doesn't stop at city limits. TextStream high-speed internet is perfect for homes, small and large businesses, farmers, and hunting clubs. You'll be able to stream, game, and surf with no interruptions. Servicing Arkansas, Lonoke, Prairie, Jefferson, and Lincoln counties. TextStream is your locally owned and operated high-speed internet solution. Call toll-free 866-268-0101 or visit TextStream.net.
At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we understand the success of business takes more than just hard work. It takes an experienced partner who's in your corner. With local lending experts who understand our communities and a dedicated business solutions team, we offer the personalized service and the financial tools needed to grow and streamline your business. Visit gofm.bank to learn more. Farmers and Merchants Bank, in your corner, in your community, helping your business succeed every step of the way. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Blue Seal Petroleum in DeWitt and Stuttgart has got your back with service trucks from both locations on standby to come to you in the field, at the mill, or on the road. For service, call Blue Seal Petroleum in DeWitt at 870-946-2281 or in Stuttgart at 870-673-3126. They're the truck tire repair near you, wherever your location. Hopefully it never happens, but if it does and you need a service truck, call Blue Seal Petroleum on South Whitehead Drive in DeWitt at 870-946-2281 or on South Park Avenue in Stuttgart at 870-673-3126.
Freemeyer's Best Brands Plus has been supporting Ricebirds athletics for 46 years in Stuttgart. We're honored to be a part of the Ricebird tradition. Freemeyer's has joined with some of the best brands in America, including Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Lazy Boy, and Sealy, to be able to supply our customers with the best values. Now Freemeyer's has gone a step further with guaranteed price matching. If you need home furnishings, make sure you check with Freemeyer's, 201 South Main in downtown Stuttgart. Best brands, best prices, best people.
Pearson Company in Stuttgart has been bringing you the best in pre-engineered steel buildings for many years. Offering the very latest in design engineering, your steel building is engineered and tailored to your exact specifications with the minimum amount of wasted space. Pearson Company specializes in complete turnkey projects. Pearson Company offers complete construction services from beginning to end. For your pre-engineered steel building needs, look to Pearson Company, 209 North Burkle in Stuttgart, where quality and construction go hand in hand.
Top of the 7th inning. Lonoke leads it 1-0, and we have a pinch hitter. Let's see. Number 20, Cooper Lewis, the pinch hitter for Lonoke. So he will bat in the place of Darius Jeffries. Cooper Lewis. As Herzog's on the bump for his 7th inning of work, starts Lewis off with a strike at the knees. So Jeffries lifted for Lewis. Jeffries struck out twice, or in each of his plate appearances, and had that error in left field. So maybe not a huge surprise there. 0-1 misses down, and it's 1-1. Ricebirds will send 2, 3, and 4 to the plate in the bottom of the 7th inning, hopefully needing 2 to win. Here's the 1-1 to Lewis. Swing and a miss. Chased the fastball up, and he's down in the count 1-2. I am shocked at how awesome the sound effects are at this ballpark. Here's the 1-2. Missed up 2-2. Just another thing that's better about this ballpark than our former home. 2-2, strike 3 called, caught the outer half, and that's a good way to start the 7th. Cooper Lewis goes down on strikes for the first out, and that brings Tyson Vance to the plate. Vance has actually reached base both times against Herzog. He walked and was stranded at first, singled, and was stranded at second in the 4th, walked in the 2nd. So he will try to get on base for the 3rd time here this afternoon. With 1 out and the base is empty in the top of the 7th. Lonoke leading it 1-0. And the first pitch he sees is fouled off out of play for strike 1. That 1 run was a single by Tyson Vance. He has the RBI that is the difference. He singled to center field, scoring Calhoun from second. Here's the 0-1. Curveball. That one's a strike at the belt. 0-2. I said curveball. I think it was a fastball. I find myself looking at his hand as it's coming out. 2-strike delivery upcoming to Tyson Vance, and he stays alive, fouls it off into the parking lot. As Caden Sims was already out there to go get that baseball. Good timing. Here comes the 0-2. Upstairs, 1-2. One-two pitch upcoming. upstairs 2-2. When Herzog's missed today, it's been up, especially late. You see that sometimes late in innings. Start getting a little bit tired. It's harder to finish and follow through. Everything starts to leave up. 2-2. Fouled off. Good at bat. Two balls, two strikes. Time called. Vance asks for time as Herzog comes to his set. And we'll do it again. Base is empty. One out. Here's the 2-2. That one caught the inner half. Caught him looking. Strike three called. Herzog hit the mitt right where it was, and that's the second out, the second strikeout here in the seventh. Second backwards K of the seventh. And that brings Walker Smith, the second baseman, to the plate, as we are going to have time called, and I believe Herzog might have just reached his pitch limit. So Coach Brown is going to have to make a change. Yeah, it's Herzog is going to have to exit the game with 2 outs here in the seventh, presumably because he reached his pitch limit. Looks like we're going to, let's see, C.C. Scaife is going to come in from right. They're going to send Lane Smith out defensively. We'll see if Herzog stays in the game. Can't imagine he leaves the game. He's going to bat second in the inning. They're not going to want to take his bat out of the lineup. Stuttgart did not start with the DH. It looks like Herzog's going to stay in the game and play second base. Hillman is going to be lifted, I believe. We'll get all that straight during the break as Scaife gets loose with 2 outs here in the top of the seventh. Stuttgart trailing Lonoke 1-0. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to Riceburg Baseball on 105.5 The Duck.
No appointment? No problem. If you need medical care right away, visit Urgent Care of Stuttgart, where you can walk in without an appointment and get help without a long wait for a wide variety of illnesses and injuries, from stitches and broken bones to allergies and colds. Urgent Care of Stuttgart is conveniently located at 22nd and Park Avenue. Clinic hours are Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. For more, visit facebook.com/Urgent Care Stuttgart or call 870-672-0911. Urgent Care of Stuttgart at 22nd and Park Avenue. Get sick, get seen today.
This is Kim Buffet. When it comes to personalized shopping, our staff at Coker Hampton Drug Company and Gift Shop in downtown Stuttgart are your trusted tastemakers. With nearly 100 years in our charming downtown, our gift shop offers a unique shopping experience, including bridal and baby registries. Explore our curated selection of many popular and well-known brands and products, from apparel to gourmet food, jewelry, and more. Join us where thoughtful presents meet personalized service at Coker Hampton Drug Company and Gift Shop at 218 South Main in downtown Stuttgart.
All right, so as Scaife continues to get loose out there on the bump, looks like the changes defensively. Scaife will come from right field into the pitcher's mound, onto the pitcher's mound. Lane Smith will be entered into the game for Knox Hillman. Hillman's day is done. Looks like Herzog, as expected, will stay in the game. Whether he's playing shortstop or second base, I'm not sure. I think second base. I think they're going to leave Byers at shortstop. At any rate, yeah, that's what they're going to do. Herzog's going to play second. Byers will stay at short. Scaife will see Walker Smith, the Lonoke second baseman. He struck out and flied out to right field against Herzog. 2 outs in the top of the seventh inning. Nobody on base. Stuttgart trails 1-0. Herzog ran up against his pitch limit, and the first pitch from Scaife is outside. If you're wondering about Wallace for Lonoke, he is not close. He has only thrown 68 pitches to get through 6 innings. That is as efficient as you can be. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch from Scaife. It's hit in the air left field. Here comes Rogers. He will make the catch, and that sends us to the bottom of the 7th inning. Stuttgart has 3 outs to get 1 run to send it to extras, 2 runs to win it. They're going to send up numbers 2, 3, and 4 in the order. That's Keaton Byers, J.D. Herzog, Dagan Duncan. So Wallace will have to get through the heart of the Rice Bird order if he's going to pick up the complete game victory. We'll tell you all about it in 1 minute. You're listening to Rice Bird Baseball on 105.5 The Duck. It's a part of the EAB Sports Radio Network.
Prairie Implement Company introduces Spartan Mowers, the strongest lineup in the mowing industry. With the SRT, RT, RZ, and KG series, they have the perfect mower to fit any yard, any size, anytime. From compact to commercial, 42 to 72-inch deck sizes with power all the way to 38.5 horses. You just won't find a better mower anywhere, period. Spartan Mowers are assembled in the USA, forged with a 7-gauge steel to bring you the strongest lineup in America. Check out the new Spartan Mowers at Prairie Implement Company in Stuttgart. Get yours today. Renting equipment for your next project is easy when you call U.S. Irrigation Distributors in Stuttgart and DeWitt. Trenchers, log splitters, generators, and pump sets can all be rented from U.S. Irrigation, where you'll find the farmer's favorite lineup of equipment and supplies. Levee gates, steel, PVC, and polypipe. Supplies like drip oil, dance boots with chaps, the original muck boot, and Twisted X footwear. It's all at U.S. Irrigation Distributors, Highway 165 north of Stuttgart, or at 550 Highway 165 north in DeWitt.
2, 3, and 4 in the Rice Bird order against Wallace. Only 68 pitches for the junior right-hander. He has been the model of efficiency today. Lonoke's lone run came in the 4th inning. And other than that, it was nothing else. I mean, it was a couple of singles in the 4th inning. A leadoff single for Calhoun, then a 2-out single for Vance that scored Calhoun from second. And that was it for the Bunnies. Stuttgart has had 3 base runners, 2 hits, 1 off of an HBP, but those 2 base runners off of hits were erased on a caught stealing. So Stuttgart, well, really not a caught stealing, just got caught napping. And so Stuttgart has shot themselves in the foot both opportunities they've had. The line right now, 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error for the Bunnies. No runs on 2 hits, 1 error for the Rice Birds, but those 2 base running errors looming large right now. Stuttgart could score 1. It sends it to extras. 2 could win it in a walk-off. No changes defensively for the Jackrabbits as Byers digs in from the right side against Wallace. The first pitch of the 7th inning is on the way, and it's a curveball that catches the middle of the plate for strike 1. Byers struck out in the first, flying out to center field in the 4th. This is his 3rd plate appearance against the junior right-hander. As he's down in the count 0-1. Wallace working from the windup. Here's the pitch, another curveball. He swings over the top of it, and it's 0-2. That curveball has kept the Rice Birds off balance all afternoon. 2 strikes now on the Rice Birds shortstop. Keaton Byers, he's got a choke up, protect here. He fouls one off out of play. We'll do it again. Good 2-strike approach there. Fouled off another good pitch from Wallace. J.D. Herzog is on deck. Dagan Duncan in the hole. Bo Barnes would love to bat. Here's the 0-2. Another curveball almost hit Byers on the left elbow. It missed him, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes now as Wallace continues to work very fast out there on the rubber. Here's the 1-2. Curveball, strike 3 called. Front door curveball. That was as pretty of a front door curveball as you're going to see in high school baseball. You can't do it much better than that. That's a strikeout of Byers for the first out here in the 7th, and the Rice Birds are down to their final 2 outs. J.D. Herzog grounded out to the second baseman, flied out to center field. He's 0 for 2 this afternoon. And Stuttgart just needs base runners at this point. First pitch is a fastball over the outer half for strike 1 as Wallace continues to fill up the strike zone. 73 pitches for the right-hander. 74th pitch is a ball outside, 1-1. Oh, 1 to Herzog is a ball up and in. No doubles defense for Lonoke. They're a little tight on the lines. Tick deep maybe. Center fielder playing pretty deep as well. Trying to keep everything in front. Don't want to give up an extra base hit. As Herzog has a 1-1 count. 1 out, base is empty. It's been a good one, both teams. outside, and it's 2-1. That one, that's really the first one that I believe has gotten to the backstop this afternoon. Heck of a game this afternoon. Been a fast one, too. We are not yet 2 hours old, and we are approaching the end. This game started at 4:58, and it is 6:45. Here's the 2-1 to Herzog. He hits one in the air left field. If it's fair, it's trouble. It is fair. Down the line, Herzog rounds first. He's going to try to go into second. Wide turn, throw is cut off, and the Rice Birds have the tying run in scoring position with one out. Herzog turned on that fastball, hit it down the line. It was about a foot fair, and he stands in scoring position. Dagan Duncan saunters to the plate, and the tying run's on second. The winning run is at the plate with one out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Don't get caught off the bag. No base running errors here. Wallace takes an extra moment off the rubber. Now he's ready. Duncan in the left-handed batter's box. Herzog takes his lead at second. Wallace from the stretch checks on him. Here's the pitch to Duncan, and Dillon swings and misses as he takes a daddy hack on that one, and he's behind in the count 0-1. Way outside that one was. Hey, if you're going to win it, you might as well win it in the first pitch. Here's the 0-1 now. Wallace, a couple of peeks to Herzog. He's not going anywhere. And that pitch just misses over the outer half, and it evens the count up at 1 apiece. Center fielder and left fielder, I think they just swapped sunglasses. Pretty good sun right now on the left side of the infield and the outfield. That's west sun is causing a little trouble for the Lonoke defense. Here's the 1-1 to Duncan. Dillon swings and misses at a high fastball, and he's behind at the count 1-2. I said Dillon, I meant Dagan. Dillon's playing at Rich Mountain. Dagan's 0 for 2 today. Flat out to right field, struck out in the 4th. He's behind in the count to Wallace 1-2. Bo Barnes is on deck. Short lead for Herzog at second. Here's the pitch from Wallace, and boy, that one didn't miss by a millimeter. 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. Duncan with new life. Wallace comes set from the belt. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a foul ball. It's kind of cued it off the end of the bat into the Lonoke dugout. New life for the Ricebird first baseman. Dagan is more than capable of ending it. And he is certainly capable of hitting one in the gap. He has not looked comfortable this afternoon against Wallace. His third plate appearance. Two on the way from Wallace is a strike three call. That one caught the middle of the plate, and I don't know what Dagan was looking for, but it wasn't that, and the Ricebirds are down to their final out. So Bo Barnes at the plate. He is the final hope for the Ricebirds. J.D. Herzog, the tying run at second. Reached on a one-out double. Barnes bats from the right side. Wallace checks on Herzog. Works from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Curveball fouled to the backstop for strike one. Austin Fontenot is in the on-deck circle. He'll bat if Barnes can extend the inning. Stuttgart will be uber aggressive on anything into the outfield. They will definitely try to score Herzog if they can, if Barnes can put it in play. Here's the 0-1. Curveball that Barnes swings through for strike two. He waited on it, and he was looking off speed. He just missed it. That was a pretty good approach on that 0-1 breaking pitch. But now Stuttgart down to their last strike. Here's the 0-2 from Wallace. Swing and a miss, that'll do it. Barnes goes down swinging, and Wallace has thrown a complete game three hitter to beat the Ricebirds by a final score of 1-0. Very impressive performance by the junior right-hander. as he just did not give Stuttgart anything to work with here in this one. Stuttgart with a couple of base running blunders to kind of hurt themselves. They strand the tying run at second base as we see Stuttgart fall this on the season to 4-1 in conference play, as Lonoke improves to 4-1 as well. So Stuttgart and Lonoke are now tied in the conference standings, pending what Southside Batesville does this afternoon. These two teams will get back together on Thursday afternoon at Lonoke, as Stuttgart will try to pull off a season split with the Bunnies. Lonoke will be going for the sweep. So heck of an effort today by both teams. Very well played game. Lonoke with 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error. Stuttgart does not get one across the plate. 3 hits, 1 error, a couple of big base running blunders was the difference in this one. Player of the game, you got to give it to the junior right-hander from Lonoke, Peyton Wallace, who was absolutely masterful on the mound. Very efficient was the right-hander. J.D. Herzog didn't do a half-bad job himself. The senior right-hander is going to pick up the loss. That's a tough way to pick up a loss, however. Not sure when our next broadcast will be. You can pay attention to the Stuttgart Daily Leader website, also the EAB Stuttgart YouTube channel, Facebook page to keep up with all of that information. Don't forget, we do have regional tournament baseball that will be coming up here in about 3 weeks. Stuttgart hosting the 4A2 regional tournament in baseball and softball, and you can be sure that we're going to be broadcasting all of the Riceburg games in that tournament. So, on behalf of Andrew Skinner on that EAB Stuttgart YouTube channel, Derek Thacker back at the station, I'm Cole Sherman thanking you one more time for making us a part of your Tuesday afternoon as the Ricebirds fall here this afternoon to the Lonoke Jackrabbits by a final score of 1-0. Thanks for making us a part of your day. So long, everyone.